season's beatings.
Hello, welcome to YCFT. Today, we've just got out of seeing Violent Night, directed by Tommy Wakola, starring David Harbour as jolly old St. Nicholas, the real Santa Claus. And Sam, how would you best describe this movie?
I said, like, what was it? What was the pitch for it? It was Die Hard meets Home Alone. That's what they advertised it as. It's pretty pitch perfect in terms of that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's gory as
yeah,
hell.
it is very gory. So it is like that. There's a home invasion situation when Santa just happens to be in the house, played by David Harbour. He is he's very much aged and weary of the commercial world. A very 2022 Santa Claus.
But like the actual Santa.
Yeah.
He is the Santa Claus.
Yeah. And he decides to stay to help this little girl who still believes in Christmas.
Yeah, she's one of the good ones.
And yeah, carnage ensues. I just want to say David Harbour is brilliant.
Yeah, he nails it.
Yeah, he absolutely nails it. If there's one thing that had to work for this, it was Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a big fan of the director because he directed Dead Snow.
Yeah,
which is for me like one of the best zombie movies ever.
Yeah. So John Leguizamo also plays the main bad guy. I don't know if that is how you pronounce his surname, but I'm going to go with it. John Leguizamo, who's brilliant in it.
Yeah.
He's got a very stellar career playing bad guys
over
the years.
He pops up absolutely everywhere.
Yeah. And he's got like this whole entourage of the other home invaders who are all set to rob this massive family house, and they all have code names, and his code name is Mr. Scrooge. And like obviously
he's got vengeance against Christmas.
He has a personal vendetta against Christmas and like Santa Claus in general, which obviously comes into play, as the film goes on.
Yeah.
We're not giving away any spoilers for this, any hard spoilers.
Yeah.
But in another really lovely cameo is Beverly D'Angelo, plays the grandma of this very rich family and whose house it is that these people have invaded. Like obviously Christmas fans will know that Beverly D'Angelo is in Christmas Vacation. She was in all the National Lampoon's movies. And I had a very visceral reaction when I saw her come up on the screen. I didn't know she was in it, so that was a really nice little treat for me. The cast was really good. Like as a Christmas film, it does have, a lot of cheese in it. There's a lot of, kind of very, very sweet and saccharine moments and dialogue in it, especially. But then it's very much like curtailed by the hardcore violence as well. So, it works. Yeah. It all works.
We think like the little girl actress occasionally has a few moments where it's very much a child actor. Potentially, maybe they cast someone a bit too old to have as much faith in Santa Claus as she does.
I think, I don't want to criticise the movie at all because I really did enjoy it. And we both said that we would watch this again. It could become a Christmas staple. But that was one of the few, problems that I had. I didn't think the little girl actress was the best. I think she's called Leah Brady. Bless her. She's fine. She's very much like she's a little kid. But her still believing in Santa is borderline believable, I think, for the age that she is. And she did have a lot of cheesy lines to deliver, which I think for any kid would be quite hard to do.
Yeah. The film might also be, for the premise, a little bit long.
It was a long movie.
I think that's literally my only criticisms of the film. It does take a while to get to the action. It teases you with little bits of action before all out carnage ensues. And David Harbour might actually be one of my favourite incarnations of Santa, especially in modern Santa. We do get a little bit of, weirdly, the origins of Santa. They're kind of hinted at, but not. It's a very unique take.
Yes.
That I really quite liked. We're not going to spoil anything. And this whole film just kind of hinge on, does Santa kick ass in this film? And he absolutely does. But his origins are kind of linked to why he can kick ass.
Yes, yeah. So it's still, a lot of stuff is still very ambiguous. And sometimes even to Santa himself, things are still ambiguous, as to why he's able to do a lot of the things that he does, which I really liked. But equally, Santa gets a battering in this film.
Yes.
It's not just, Santa's got magical powers and he can just, do away with the bad guys really easily. It's no, Santa bleeds.
Yeah.
Santa, falls down when he's hit quite a lot.
Yeah.
The stunt sequences were great.
Yeah, absolutely great. So the kills, I feel like this plot, the plot of the film, you can kind of predict a lot of where it's going.
Yeah.
But it'll throw a lot of things in there, but you go, oh, okay. Like a lot of the kills never quite go the way you expect them to go.
No.
You'll expect them to go a certain way. They will be better than what you're expecting. They're very creative. A lot of them do play into the fact that he is a magical being.
He is, yeah.
But at the same time, he is very like hard hitting with some blunt and sharp instruments.
Oh,
But when he does occasionally throw in some like Santa magic into the mix, it's a lot of fun. I think what really makes it work for me and separates it from the likes of like Die Hard and whatnot is the film is very much based off. It does reference Die Hard and Home Alone.
It does actually.
In it is, if you took the film out of Christmas, it just doesn't work, and I think that's what makes this a proper Christmas movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas is woven into the story and the themes and the motivations.
It's even
of all the characters.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's even woven into the kills a lot of the time because a lot of the props that are used and the weapons that are used are very, like spur of the moment. Like, so there are baubles, going everywhere. The things are being impaled into people's faces. Christmas lights, like for strangulation, of course. It's like there's a lot. Yes, Christmas is very much woven into the,
I also felt there was a lot of references to the Santa Claus.
Oh, the Tim Allen movie.
Yeah, and one thing we've discussed on the way out, we have a video coming out later this month based on Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes.
Brief spoilers on that film was pulled from cinemas because of controversy around a killer Santa, even though the character is not Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Only in 2022 could we get a film with an actual killer Santa. It just shows how far things have kind of came, because this film, for the most part, seems to be quite generally well received.
Yeah, I feel like this film is just basically like a kick in the teeth for the filmmakers of Silent Night, Deadly Night. This film does and has succeeded where, Silent Night didn't. Not to say that Silent Night isn't a great film, it is. But this is having the success that Silent Night should have had, basically.
There's a particular line that I was going to say, I think it's in the trailer, and he's like, punish. It's like, that, I was like, oh, no, it's naughty, is it? Naughty. I was like, literally, I was just thinking of Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I think Season's Beatings, which is also on the trailer, might be one of my favourite.
Season's
I like
Beatings.
I just wanted some proper cheesy Santa Claus quips, and it delivers.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah.
We definitely got them.
I think that it's a ton of fun.
I
said the premise might not quite last as long as the runtime. Like might not stretch that far. It does feel like there's a little bit of padding. But there's a lot of fun spread in there to keep it going. And to be honest, I don't know how they would do it, but I would watch a sequel. I would watch David Harbour as Santa Claus.
I would watch a sequel.
Again. Like, I'm invested enough. We've seen so many incarnations of Santa over the years.
Yeah.
That it feels satisfying to get a new incarnation.
I think it's just kind of...
He's quite traditional in a lot of ways, but is very much a 2022 Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Just hating the world.
Hates the world. Yeah, it's like, I see what you mean about the Santa Claus, like, very Tim Allen-esque in his, cynicism for the whole thing. Like, there's a lot of sequences where he's going into the houses and he's eating the cookies and he's drinking the milk and he's judging, whether it's full fat or skimmed or whether the gingerbread men are homemade or not.
It's like Tim Allen on his first night of being Santa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, doing it just very begrudgingly. And then, also Tim Allen, he has a weird relationship with not weird, but a love-hate relationship with his reindeer who just very much do their own thing, which always pisses him off, and they shit everywhere as well. I just also think it's cool that I think for the most part, we always tend to watch the same Christmas movies every year. It's Home Alone, or it's Home Alone 2, or it's The Santa Claus, or it's It's a Wonderful Life, which are all great movies. But I do think it's cool that now we potentially have a new modern film that we can add to the roster. Because
even going across the horror, you have Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
We do, but they're not very well known.
No,
they're known
but this
to
is
the community, but
a mainstream movie.
This is a big film with a big star.
Yeah, and it's just a ton of fun. It is. I will own this on Blu-ray, and I will watch it next Christmas.
Yeah, I really, really did like it. Yeah, the cheesy moments, it's you can absolutely get past just because it works for the story. And as I say, they're immediately always offset by something really gory or really brutal.
God, there's some... I don't want to go into the kill, but there's
a lot.
They're so creative.
Yeah, and Santa is not afraid to fight back here. Santa goes rogue.
Yeah.
And there's a bit more, I think my favourite kill of the whole movie, again, like, no real spoilers, but it involves a chimney. And it's at the very end. You like, I was not expecting that. I absolutely
it's one of those kills. You can see something is going to, like I said, this film constantly leads you towards, oh, this person's going to die this way. Then he does something. Then it goes and does something completely different.
Yeah, it goes west.
I think they kind of know. I definitely felt I knew the style that this film was going for. I'd seen it before. It wasn't until I looked at the director that I realised, oh, Dead Snow. And anyone knows that film knows how violent, how bloody it is, blood in the snow type of deal. And it's kind of cool to see how far that director has come.
Yeah.
He's went from Nazi zombies to Santa Claus.
To Santa Claus, yeah. He works well in the cold weather, apparently.
And it's got its cheesy moments, but it's got the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, the spirit of Christmas is there.
Just deliver those seasoned beatings.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and David Harbour's just great.
Yeah, it makes Santa more of a three-dimensional character.
Yeah, it does. It does. And yeah, it adds something to the backstory, but a lot of it is still very ambiguous as well, which, you know, I personally really liked. Yeah. I didn't recognise any of the other major cast aside from Beverly D'Angelo. But they're all fine. Like, they're all, you know, really decent. Again, it was just the kid that occasionally I thought, ooh.
Yeah. I think she's also...
actors are hard, though.
Yeah, she's trying her best. And that type of dialogue is... it's hard to put across. I think maybe it's just like, we are kind of like David Harbour, and we are older, and we are very like, ugh, we've seen all the Christmas movies, we've seen all the cliches, all the same lines. It's like...
Very, very 2022 in the sense that these are characters that are familiar with Christmas movies as well. Like, you know, you said, like, they reference Die Hard, and there's a direct scene where the little kid pays homage to Home Alone, which she's only just recently seen for the first time. Yeah. So, you know, like, it's cool.
She's got a cousin that's a TikToker, which is very, very cringe, but I feel like that's very much like real life. I've seen kids that are like that.
I was going to say, like, this is becoming more of a thing. Like, we went through a phase of having a lot of kids in films and shows being really into true crime podcasting, which I think is still probably a thing. But now I'm seeing more and more kids be TikTokers and, like, you know, like on the phone and just being so really, really cringy. And I can never tell if it's, like, accurate or not, but either way, it's really, really cringy to watch it.
Yeah. I think that's
but it works for the character.
Yeah, it works for the character.
Because the character's an absolute douchebag as well.
the plot with the side, I got to call them side characters because they are the hostages. Yeah. It's interesting enough, but again, it's like
it is.
The main pull of this film is David Harbour is Santa.
Oh yeah. And there's like a very brief torture scene with a nutcracker as well, and you don't necessarily see a lot of it, thankfully, but you do hear it, and that got me. That got me good.
I was supposed to say, based on the opening of this film, American films, even though it's like I know the director is American, you do not know how to do a scene in a British pub. That is not a British pub.
It's not.
It's not.
Especially not in Bristol.
That's not a pub in Bristol.
No. Oh god. Also, there's a vomit sequence just attached to that scene as well that... Whoa.
Yeah. Doesn't like vomit.
No.
But overall, it's a really, really fun film. Some great action sequences. So maybe a bit long, but I think this is a bit of a Christmas classic. And I already can't wait for the eventual kill count on it at some time in the future.
That'd be a lot of fun. That would be great.
It's a film that lends itself to a kill count. And
James will be busy.
I reckon there's loads of Christmas film references in there that we might have missed because we literally saw this like 2 hours ago.
I think, there probably would. Yeah. There probably would be.
So I picked up on a fair few, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say watch the trailer because as soon as I saw the trailer months ago, I was like, I know I'm going to go and see this. I know I'm going to enjoy it. So
it's not for kids.
Probably base it off that.
It's absolutely not for kids.
No, the rating's what, 15?
15 over here, so that's probably R-rated in America.
Yeah. There's no sex in it, but it is gory.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Love that violence. So yeah, Violent Night. What a great way to round out this year. Like, there's been some fantastic films this year, and it inspired us to quickly make another video.
Yeah, got a new...
Weren't expecting to kickstart the Christmas videos this quickly, but we have Black Christmas coming out later this week.
Yeah, we
the
do.
2006 one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Yes, Merry Christmas. December, can actually say that now.
Yeah.
Go see Violent Night. It's It's a ton of fun. You won't regret it. Might bring a little bit of Christmas spirit, some cynical Christmas spirit into your hearts.
We all need it.
Yeah. So, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you on Thursday.